What's up guys, Matt back again with another video, and today we're going to be doing a tier list of the latest Ichiban Kuji, Dragon Ball vs Omnibus Brave. Before we dive into the video, please remember to subscribe and hit the bell, like the video, comment your thoughts down below for us to discuss, follow me on my socials, and consider becoming a YouTube member to enter into our monthly giveaways and Discord server so our community can help you on your Dragon Ball figure collecting journey. Okay, so we have our lovely tier list right here. You can see it up on the screen, so let me reorder this. I think that's the last one prize. I'm just going to do this for my own sanity. But we have prizes A, B, C, D, E, and the last one prize. So we'll be ranking them from the worst figure to the best figure. Now, I do want to say that the lowest ranked figure in this set is still something that I consider like B tier. And let me know down in the comments, would you prefer me to rank them from worst to best? Or would you rather me rank them in a traditional tier list with like S, A, B, C, D, maybe F, if Ichiban Kuji ever gets that bad. But let's dive in. We're going to start with last place. And I don't think this comes to a surprise to anyone, but last place for me personally is the last one prize, Orange Piccolo. So if you guys saw my Orange Piccolo review, I reviewed both the B prize and last one prize together. The big difference between both figures is that the last one prize has glossy pants and shoes, which I'm not a big fan of glossy figures in general. Sometimes it can be executed well, and sometimes there's like a niche series where I can appreciate it, like Blood of Saiyans. But in this case, as a last one prize, I find that this is very lazy, and it really brings the figure down. I think the traditional paint and shading style that's on prize B looks a lot better, and I think it would have turned out a lot better if we ended up doing something like, hey, make the entire figure glossy, or make his yellow spots glossy along with his pants. Something that would really make it look cool, because otherwise, with just the glossy pants, it really doesn't make any sense to me. Why are his pants glossy and shiny? It just doesn't make any sense, and then the rest of his body is fine. Like, they could have done something else, or they could have done a different last one prize that I think would have done better with this recolor. Maybe a manga color Super Saiyan Goku or a manga color Bulma. I think that would have landed a lot better with people, but it is what it is. Last one prize Piccolo is not the worst thing in the world, but this year has not been that great for last one prizes, in my opinion, and this one is definitely one of the worst. But moving on, fifth place might come to a surprise to some of you, but this was something that I thought a lot of people were going to disagree with me on, but a lot of you actually appreciated my honest review of the Super Saiyan Goku. But man, this is something that should have been the greatest Goku figure, hands down. It's from one of the most, if not the most iconic moments from Dragon Ball Z when Goku turns into a Super Saiyan. At this point in the fight, Frieza goes 100%. Goku's starting to take a little bit more damage. His shirt's starting to rip off. And to quote the Masked Saiyan, you know that things get serious when Dragon Ball characters' shirts come off. So it was a really exciting point of the battle between Goku and Frieza. But this figure just really was not executed well. The biggest thing that I can think of when describing this figure is that it's sloppy. The sculpt came out pretty sloppy. You can see many parts were glued together. The likeness was not as good as the production images. The paint and shading is very flat and dull. And yeah, man, it just is not quite up there. It's not a bad figure. I still can appreciate it. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5, which isn't really a bad rating. It's just kind of middling. It's a little disappointing is all. I like it, but I want to love it and I can't. But it is what it is. If I were to give it a actual letter ranking, I would give it like a B tier figure. All right, moving on. Next one is the Orange Piccolo, the regular Orange Piccolo. This might come to a surprise to some people, and I don't dislike this figure at all. In fact, I really do like it. It's certainly an exciting figure to have. We've had, you know, a regular base form Piccolo and Superhero, two different potential unleashed, his Orange Piccolo from Omnibus Beast, which I prefer to this Piccolo, and this one, which is supposed to be his giant Orange Piccolo form, and I really love that. This Piccolo is pretty cool. He displays very well on my superhero shelf. There are just some things about it that kind of throw me off, that don't let me love it. His likeness is a little bit off, and I wish that his skin paint and finish was something a little more, I don't know, kind of like a matte finish. It still has that kind of shiny, plastically look that a lot of Ichiban Kuji has been doing this year, and it's not bad. I just wish that they would have gone with a more matte finish to make the figure, I don't know, look a little more high quality. But it's not bad. I think the guy who sculpted the Cell Max, the Brolys from the film series, and a few other monstrous characters did this, and I think he did a pretty good job for the most part. I like the details, like the muscles, like the veins, and I like the paint and shading that he did for the most part. But let's move on. People are going to hate me for this, but in third place, I have Beast Gohan. I really like this figure, man. I don't know what it is. It has a museum-style look to it, so I understand that because it's a recycle and it goes uniformly with the other DBS Gohans we've been having. But I just like it. I think the likeness is really sick. I think even though it is lacking a little bit of shading, the only shading on the figure is on his gi. I wish they could have been a little more dynamic with that, but I was pretty objective with my rating and my critiques in my review, I think. But his hair is just so freaking cool. His likeness is awesome. And I don't know, there's just something about this figure that really makes me love him. My last one prize, Beast Gohan, did not have a great likeness, and I know it kind of varied between people, which honestly is unacceptable. A last one prize should always be perfect coming out. But this one had a good likeness, and I really like the pose and the size of it. So in my eyes, I really liked it amongst a lot of other figures in this set, so I'm going to put him in third place. And finally, in second place, well, not finally, but you're going to see who's my first place pick. I'm going to put Frieza in second place. But man, this is my new favorite Frieza figure in my collection. I strictly collect Master Lees and Ichiban Kuji, so I understand there's a Master Stars piece out there, which I do really like, but I love this thing, man. The form, the source that it's based off of for the manga panel is one of my favorites. Frieza just looks so good. Really, the only area that could have been done a little bit better is his shading, but other than that, dude, I love this thing. It's super cool. Frieza in this form is super iconic, and I don't know what else there is to say about it. The muscles, the details, his likeness is incredible and really pops. He's a fantastic size. A lot of people are calling him small, and I mean, this figure itself isn't even small. Frieza is small, but I think the figure was pretty fair in its size when coming out. So I really love this figure. It's probably one of my favorites on my Frieza Saga shelf, and it's certainly my favorite Frieza. But it could not beat Best Girl, the waifu of the year, the waifu of my anime life. There goes the simple arm, probably. I love this Bulma figure, man. It's so good. The only thing that it doesn't really have is shading, and I can excuse that because shading is supposed to emulate kind of like aura and stuff from characters to really make them like emulate the light that's coming off of them. Whereas this Bulma, you know, she's a regular character, so she doesn't really need that. But the paint, the likeness, just the character itself finally coming as a Master Lees, and I love the details on this thing, man. You can see like the padded helmet, you can see her jumpsuit within her suit, the zippers and everything. It's so good, man. If you have not picked up Bulma, I would definitely say the must-haves of this set are Bulma and Frieza. If you have not picked them up, I highly recommend that you go ahead and do that. But here is my tier list, guys. We got last one prize Piccolo in last place, Super Saiyan Goku in fifth, regular B prize Piccolo in fourth, Beast Gohan in third, Frieza in second, and Bulma is number one. I would say that I walked into this set really hopeful. I was getting excited with the character choices and what their designs looked like at production, and ultimately, I gotta say, once I got them, I was a little bit disappointed. It's certainly not the best Omnibus Kuji of the year, not the best Kuji of the year. It had the potential to be the best Kuji of the year and the best Omnibus of the year, but unfortunately, I can't really give it that. It was a little bit disappointing, so I think overall, I would probably give this set a 4 out of 5. Might be a little bit nice. I think I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. Guys, thanks again for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did enjoy it, please remember to like the video, comment your thoughts down below, and of course, share this with a friend, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and don't forget that we're doing a monthly giveaway. These are our prizes that we're doing this month for the giveaway, so make sure you become a YouTube member today, hop into the Discord server, and take part in our giveaway on this date. But until the next video, guys, I will see you all later.